Hi Glendale, I'm Meg Keller, and you're watching the 12th episode of the Glendale 411. Downtown Springfield has a unique diner that's been around for 110 years. Sarah Snelson and Mackenzie Mundy have the story.
If you're headed downtown for lunch, you may want to stop in at Springfield's oldest diner, Caspers.
We're a burger and chili restaurant located kind of downtown Springfield. We're a little closet hut. We can only sit about 39 people, and we just have like tables, a few tables and the counter, and it's just a quirky little place. It's been around a long time, for 110 years. It was started up on Walnut Street by a gentleman named Casper, and then we moved over on Glenstone Street in front of Aunt Martha's, and he sold it to a lady that worked for him, and she brought it over here. We've been in this location 26 years. We serve burgers, chili, French fries, onion rings, fried pickles, ham and cheese sandwiches, conies. When you come inside and then you kind of see what we're all about.
Caspers is open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 to 4.
One of Glendale's most well-known teachers is retiring. Katie Blades and Cameron Clymer have the story.
Miss Smith has been a teacher at Glendale for 19 years and is retiring after her 25 years of teaching.
My favorite part of teaching here at Glendale has always been the kids. I'm a very strict teacher, and so I think my favorite part is when they realize that what I'm asking them to do is for their best interest. It really has meaning, and it really has something to do with potentially a future career, or their potentially with their future financial security.
I think Miss Smith has been a great teacher for Glendale. She always teaches very hard. She's very hard on the students, but I think over time it definitely helps, and it definitely encourages them to always push themselves. One thing I'll never forget about Miss Smith is how hard she always pushed us. One of the things I really appreciate about herself is how hard she does push the students. It teaches you not only to be able to bounce back when you get off your feet, but also to be able to face the challenges and always see yourself in a way that when you think a challenge is too hard, it really isn't. You can do anything.
My calling is to be a teacher, to be there for my students, and to sometimes it's just to give them a pat on the shoulder and say, you can do this. As a teacher, it's a different career path, because you're helping kids, and that's probably what I'll miss most.
Glendale took time out of academics to learn about mental health and relationships. Mattia Injami and I have the story.
Flock Together was an event that was primarily student-run with the help of the administrators at our school to educate students about mental health, bullying, and substance use at our school. Flock Together started after an anonymous survey last year where over 800 students at Glendale participated. And we found a lot of results saying that many students were doing like hard drugs, or frequently experienced bullying, or had lots of like problems with their mental health and self-esteem issues and like suicidal thoughts. Every student that came to school was a part of this and went through different sessions to learn about these issues.
My role in Flock Together was to bring a presentation to a group of students that was along the lines of the subject of healthy relationships. I think these events are exemplary and important because mental health and violence, I think, are the two biggest issues facing schools today, and can lead to a variety of problems that can be avoided if they're addressed on the front end.
The first session that I went to at Flock Together was the one about mental wellness and how mental wellness is on a spectrum. The next session that I went to was about preventing prescription drug abuse, and the last session was about identifying healthy and unhealthy relationships. I found them very beneficial because most of the topics that were discussed weren't something that were mainstream ideas when it comes to mental health and violence and drug abuse.
I teach criminology at Missouri State, and I taught a session on healthy relationships, and it was basically a 45-minute presentation with a discussion on what it takes to encourage dialogue and communication.
School is one of those really important places where we need to make sure that everybody has access to the resources and knowledge that they should to go throughout their life.
I think it's really important to address mental wellness and violence and drug abuse because it's something that needs to be destigmatized. And when you talk about it in a school environment, that helps with the progress of destigmatizing it. I hope that in the future, people, students and faculty at Glendale will feel comfortable talking to each other and progressing the conversation about mental wellness and drug abuse so that way problems, when they arise in the future, can be addressed quickly and efficiently rather than not at all.
This year, Glendale hosted a new event for all students to participate in. Michelle Lewis has the story.
The Glendale Talent Show was the fundraiser that we chose to do this year for Caden's Crew. We usually do one every year. In the past it's been the male beauty pageant, but this year we decided to do a talent show.
I've always done talent shows. I did every single talent show in my elementary school, and so when I heard that we were going to be doing one, I was very excited.
We decided to do the talent show instead of the male beauty pageant because we wanted to switch it up and actually involve all grades instead of just seniors, and so we wanted to give everybody a chance to perform. We just wanted to have a broader range of talent.
Through donations and ticket sales, the talent show raised just under $1,200 for the organization Caden's Crew.
Caden's Crew is a foundation to research and find a cure for cystic fibrosis. It's something that affects people that we don't really get to hear about a lot. Not a lot of people know about cystic fibrosis, know what it is, and she is in our community, so we continue to fundraise for her.
The talent show not only benefited Caden's Crew, but also those who participated as acts in the show.
It was kind of overwhelming once the applause started. I almost fell out of my stool. It was a pretty cool thing to experience because I've never been in a talent show where you actually win something. Like, it just used to be like you just perform and that's it.
We hope to continue the talent show and hope to get more participants every year and have it just be an annual thing that we do. That's a lot of fun.
Glendale band student Hannah Schupert was recently awarded a $10,000 scholarship. Morgan Schaefer and John Craigmile have the story.
I received a $10,000 renewable scholarship from the Timken Global Scholars Program. So that's a total award of $40,000 over the 4 years.
Timken's a really large company. They have 17,000 employees worldwide. And Timken produces industrial belts for like tractors and combines and industrial equipment and things like that. And they offered 17 scholarships and Hannah won one of those.
It was a long process with a few different essays and a lot of questions about your high school career.
And it was competitive. I think there were around 500 applicants. So Hannah really proud of her for being able to pull it off.
I was very excited and shocked a little bit to receive the award. I really was not expecting it, but it was just a great honor.
I felt just an enormous pride when I found out that she won the scholarship. They actually announced it at work, and it was something like they never do. They made like a special announcement and came out with balloons and everything.
And the founder of the company was actually there like in the webcast to award it to us, so it was really exciting. Earning this scholarship money means a lot to me because it will really just take a weight off my shoulders. It'll make paying for college a lot easier and just a lot less stressful.
I mean, yeah, I'm very excited for Hannah. I think she can do whatever she wants to do.
My plans for college are to go to the University of Missouri, and the scholarship will help me a lot there. I'm hoping I can use it through all 4 years and just have that cover a lot of my expenses, but I'm very excited.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check us out on our social media at the Glendale 411. Signing out, I'm Meg Keller.